All right, guys, so it's September 23rd. We're quickly approaching to the month end. So you know what that means. It's time to put your foot on the gas to hit Success Club. We're going to talk about this every week, but speed of the leader, speed of the pack. So if you're running ahead of your team, they're going to be trying to catch up to you. So you always got to be a step ahead. Get out there and promote the Hammer and Chisel launch. It's working for me. So I hope that you're out there, you've studied it, that you've read. There's a ton of sample posts that you can do. I mean, the plan is super complete. The schedule, I wrote it. I personally like the schedule that I wrote. So if you can go ahead and use that, you can make it a 4-week group. You can make it 8 weeks. You can make it 12 weeks. It's up to you. You design it the way you see fit. But the point is to get traction with Hammer and Chisel and get people ready and excited to launch with this plan in December. And I think if we all do that with our teams, we're going to see explosive growth in December. Reminder that there is a fall classic starting next week on October 1st, I believe. I don't even know how, I haven't really seen a lot of promoting about it, but I know that it's starting. So make sure you team up with somebody. Yeah. Fall classic, I think so. I mean, I got the newsletter question and it talks about a fall classic in October. So let's look that up. And let's educate our teams on that and get on the ball. Yeah, I was surprised too. I was like, okay, I guess I better get on the ball with that. Yeah. That's going to be a 2-person team like last year, I believe. So we just got to look into that. But now is the time. So before we start, we have a very special guest. We have my sister on the call today. I have some notes that I took. I was thinking this morning about what I could talk about to open the call, and you know, the motivation thing is hot on my list every morning. And I started thinking about one thing that we all struggle with, which is the ugly trap of comparison. And I did find a couple videos on YouTube. 2 of them were really good. One started good and then fizzled out. So then I went to Brendan Burchard, which is always a sure thing. And some of the things that I learned is that people who constantly compare themselves to others obviously don't know themselves well enough. So you're looking to other people to give yourself some kind of validation. But all it does is, babe, God, you're measuring yourselves against other people, but what you're doing is, oh my God, I can't even read my own notes. Okay, hold on. Measuring ourselves, so the little that we know about ourselves against the little that we see about others. So all you see, as example on Facebook, you see everybody's highlight reel, right? Oh, they're living this awesome life. You have no idea what this person is really going through, what their struggles have been, how hard they've worked in this business. And this also applies to social media and followings and the fame that we see with some people. Yes, it may look like they have a gazillion followers, but really, do you really know what it took them to get there? So you're comparing yourself to someone who's put in the work, who's gained traction, and you're stopping yourself from actually even doing anything because you think to yourself, I don't have the capabilities to actually ever get there. You need to stop that, because what it's doing is you're beating yourself down and building up someone else that you really don't even know the truth about them. How you can spin that in a positive way, you look to successful people for inspiration, not to steal their things, but how you look at what someone else is doing and you say, wow, that is a really cool concept. How can I spin it in my direction? How can I make that about me and creatively spin it to work in your favor in your business? Another thing you could do is you compare to others for vision. You look at, let's say, Kristina and myself, and you say, wow, what an amazing vision they have for their lives. Maybe I need to up my game. Maybe I need to dream bigger and see my life in a different way than what I grasp right now. And the third thing is growth. You look to others to inspire growth in yourself. Wow, that person is really, killing it with their fitness. What do I need to do to get there? Not to compare beauty or look at me, how I look right now and say, wow, I'll never look like that. No, You use it to inspire yourself to work harder and bring it each and every day. So that's my motivation for today. Woo! And I think in this business, it's very easy to get caught up in comparing yourself to other people. And all you're doing is beating yourself down each and every day unnecessarily. We all have strengths. You need to work on what you bring to the table. Let me see if there's anything else. Another thing that we obviously compare is a success. And what it does is it creates this feeling within you like it's unfair that you are not at that level. And really, what you're not looking at is the hard work that that person has put into their business. They show up every single day. They invite every single day. They do personal development every single day. So what you got to look at is whether I'm doing that too. What am I doing that's not getting me to that level? Stop feeling like it's unfair that somebody else is more successful than you. Get to work, suck it up, buttercup, and do the freaking work to get to where you need to be. And that's it. So that's I'll get off the box now. So I'm not really sure what Chrissy's talking about today, but I don't know either. I'm sure it's going to be fantastic. So everybody knows that I don't need to go through all her accomplishments. She's a diamond, and now she's in the Millionaires Club, and she's my little sister, and I love her. And I'll turn it over to you.
Well, thank you. Damn, I should have been on these calls a long time ago. That's the way these things start. Jesus, I feel like running through a wall right now.
All right, I'll add you to the thread.
I mean, I was telling Paulina, she's here. By the way, my house is like crazy. I have Stanley Steamer here. Paulina's here. I mean, DJ was swimming in like 20 minutes. Like, it's crazy. But she's like, what are you going to do now? I'm like, I have Becky's diamond call. I'm the guest. I'm like, this is like the first time I get invited to her diamond call. I always mess with Becky about that. All right. Well, I've been doing this call, these tips for like 3 or 4 calls now. And I like doing them in this small, intimate setting. I think the message is heard more, especially with leadership. I've been doing it with the leaders of particular teams because it's important. This message is important for not only for it to start here, and that this happens every year within our team, and it trickles down to when you guys host team calls. This message is passed on in these intimate settings. And it's talking about what happens at this time of the year in our business. Every single person on this call, I'm pretty sure, was a coach last October. Raise your hand. Was everybody a coach last October? Okay. Last October, what happened in the business? We start seeing a lot of excuses in our customers. We start seeing a lot of excuses in our downline. People start falling off track. People are hard to commit. We can't get people to commit, to follow up, to answer us. It happens every year. Every single year. Yet every single year, even at the levels of leadership in our team and in the network, we start spinning out of control. Oh my God, nobody's buying anything. No, you guys, it happens every year. So what we need to do is to control ourselves. Remember that at the end of the day, the buck stops with us. We are the business owners. We keep calm, because if we start with, negativity and all this stuff, guess what happens? It just spirals out of control. People start going inactive. It's like you have to start all over again in January. No, let's clear that. Let's get that out of the way. Let's all remember that every year this will happen, October, November, and December. Even with the launch of Hammer and Chisel, which is going to be phenomenal, the months leading into that are going to be a little bit harder than normal. Every year it happens. So this is what I want us to share, to spread to the teams so that everybody's on the same page and we're not going, we're not losing control. We're not losing sight of the vision. We're not losing sight of the big picture just because a business, just like any other business, has a rough patch. I mean, like I said, I did this call last night in Jamie O'Rear's team, with Jamie O'Rear's team. And I used the example of like Macy's. Macy's in the holidays, Macy's is a big department store here. I don't know if they're all over the country, but in the holidays, they have amazing growth because of Christmas shopping, right? It's kind of the opposite of our business. They're like, in flux during the holiday season. In January, that slows down. Does Macy's shut its doors in January because less people are coming to shop? No, they keep going, they keep pushing through. And the same thing goes for every single business ever in the history of business. Our business is no different. There are seasons of harvest, there are seasons of drought. It is what it is. So this is what we're going to do. There's three things. Number one is we're going to control what we can control. You have to be able to control what you can control. We're not going to be able to control our customers' motivations for the most part. Some we can, some we can't. We're not going to be able to control everyone understanding this concept in our team. Some people will still flip out. Some people will still give up. Some people will still lose sight of what we're doing here during this time, but you don't, and you're going to help other people don't. So what are you going to control? Number one, you can control the 3 vital behaviors. You guys, I don't think there is any secret right now, and I'm going to use my sister as an example, that when your fitness and your personal development and your inviting are at an all-time high, that results happen. Becky, can I put her on the spotlight a second? Fitness at an all-time high, personal development at an all-time high, and what's the other one? Inviting at an all-time high. She is in Carl Deigler's top 10 Success Club point earners list. It is science. It is science in this business that when your fitness is on point, when your personal development is on point, and when you're actually doing the work on inviting and learning that, and talking and following up and posting and hosting challenge groups and behind the scenes work, that stuff happens. Despite the fact that we are entering a drought in our business, and I'm using this whole drought harvesting because I just got back from Napa and I'm obsessed with it. About they're harvesting now and it's so crazy over there and amazing. That we're going into drought season with our Team Beachbody business, yet her business is at an all-time high. Why? Because her 3 vital behaviors are on point, and that is something that she's controlling and you can control too. I know you guys had a call last week where someone laid the smackdown on this. Stop falling off even with myself. I'm going to use myself. I go through ups and downs with my fitness too. Right now, I'm really pumped about my fitness, and guess what? My business is doing good too. I'm not on Carl Deigler's list, but I'm, SC15 and pumping, But when I'm down, and Becky knows when I'm down, when I'm all over the place, I can't get my shit together. It's like I don't have no motivation to wake up in the morning. I'm eating like shit. I'm drinking too much. Guess what? I struggle. And this is me all month long. All month long, I'm struggling. Why? Because people sense that shit. People sense that you are struggling. And guess what? Nobody wants an inconsistent coach. So that's what you need to be, is consistent. And guess what? That's something you can control. I'm going into it's still in the controllable. So we talked about the 3 vital behaviors and your consistency. Self-motivation. I talked about this a little bit at Superstar Day because I find it so important. Okay, I'm going to get real here. You know what is nails on a chalkboard to me? Like literally when someone comments on a thread and says, I needed that today. That is like, why? Because you hear it all the time. We hear the same story, the same motivational post from your coach, the same thing all the time. Why are you saying you needed to hear that? It should be within you already. You guys are leaders. We don't need to say I needed to hear that to get through the day. It's like, to me. You just get it done because you are a leader. Stop looking for motivation from other people. Get it from within you. From within. That's where you should be getting it from your personal development, not because someone posted in a team page something that made you feel good. You know what I'm saying? You have to wake up every morning and just do it. Just act like a leader, talk like a leader, be perceived like a leader, and get it done. Because everybody on this call has the ability to do all these things. You just have to be more consistent and self-motivated about it. The second, I keep saying second, but another thing you can control, which changed my business, is your knowledge of the comp plan. I mean, we're leaders here, right? You should know how to make more money in this business. You should know what you have to do to get to the point where you want to be with our comp plan. You should know how, team cycle bonus. You should know what matching bonus. Why? Because it's empowering. I'll never forget being at, and Becky was there, I think Anna was there too, at the Insanity certification with Allie. Or I don't know if it was Insanity or it was Turbo, whatever.
Turbo Kick.
Turbo Kick, where she just said, knowledge is power. And I don't know why, I've heard that before, but when Ali said it, that day, it was like an aha moment. It just made sense to me. And that's how I feel about the comp plan. When you have knowledge of the comp plan and how it works and how to maximize it and study it, then it's empowering to you. It's not throwing darts at a dartboard. It's the same thing with social media. Like, some people are just like, let me just, and they throw the same dart, right? They throw the same dart every day, the same pick of Shakeology, the same workout pick, hoping that one day you're gonna land a big fish in the business. No, study, and you can control this. This is what I'm talking about. This is something you can control. You can control your knowledge of the comp plan. You can control your social media and how you fix it if you feel that it's not working. Stop throwing the same dart. Stop, hoping that one day you're going to wake up and your check is going to say $500 a week when you have no idea how it got there. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous if you think that that's how this business works. You have to have knowledge, and when you're not knowledgeable, it's empowering. You're focused. You know exactly what needs to get done to get from point A to point B. Okay, those are things that you can control. The second one is expect what can be expected. So you can control yourself, you can control your behaviors, your 3 vital behaviors, all that stuff. What can you expect in this business? This is where I'm heading with this whole season of drought. We have seasons of harvest, we have seasons of drought. People come and people go. There's peaks and there's valleys. That is an absolute in this business. It doesn't change. It doesn't change. When you see all these top coaches, hitting, they really post their paychecks, which I hate, and all that stuff. Understand that they're going through the same, because we see it. We're all in these groups where all they talk about is, hey, is volume low? And I'm like, it was low last year at this time. Like, don't you see? It's the same thing. It's the same story every year. Expect these things to happen, and instead of waiting and then reacting, react before. So what are you doing now, right? There's 2 things that I thought of this morning that we can be doing now to get us through this season. Becky has handed us the silver platter. Here is this whole hammer and chisel product launch guide. You guys, do you not realize that they're unloading P90X on the Success Club earners because they're making room for this program that's going to revolutionize our business? Do you not realize that they need to clear the warehouse of P90X because Hammer and Chisel's coming in? You guys, it is time to capitalize on that. So what do? There's like 2 types of groups, right, that I thought in my head we should be hosting. Number 1 are these, like Becky's doing, these balls to the wall group. I don't want any excuses. I don't want whiners. I don't want anybody saying, oh, the holidays and Halloween and the candy and this. You can take that route. Right? That's a good route to take. So you're attracting people that are going to go balls to the wall and not let all these things, the holidays, get in the way. That's one route. The second one is when Jamie talked about last night on her call. And Jamie, I'm going to bring her up because she was really good last year in setting up a huge January, and where she sponsored 12 coaches, set her up to be the number 2 coach on our team, like crazy. So we're going to talk about that. But you can have this let's maintain for the holidays. You're still attracting people. You're drinking Shakeology because that's going to be number one. Let's maintain in the holidays. Let's not go crazy. Let's be accountable to ourselves. Keep working out. Keep drinking your shake so that then we're set up perfectly for the new year. So those are the two things that just I thought of, you know, that you can take depending on your personality style. Ivelisse and Jeanette, let's say they pop into my head of being those types that are going to host those balls to the wall groups, you know, because their personality types, that's what I feel from them. I might be the one that would host a let's maintain through the holidays group. Okay, so just think about those things and how you're going to attack the next coming months leading into the hammer and chisel release. Okay, Jamie, she talked about it yesterday, so I wanted to repeat it. Last year, she was pregnant. I don't know if you guys remember. So she talked about how the whole 9 months that she was pregnant, she was planning her comeback. And it was her comeback that like literally caused this year to be explosive for her. In these coming months, in October, November, and December, she started like 40, she wrote a list. She said, I had 30 people, dream team members on my list. People that she wanted on her team, that she knew were going to be amazing in the business. And all she did with no expectation of return was in the months of October, November, and December, just talk to them. And hey, what's up? She still earned Success Club. That was apart from this. It was just a relationship building, seed planting, getting ready for the harvest activity that she was doing. On January 1st or whatever, that first week, she had started planning a huge like sneak peek. She calls them coach expos. Of those 30 people that she was building relationships with, most of them were in that coach expo. She signed 12 coaches in January, setting her up for being the number 2 coach on our team right now in terms of elite points and absolutely crushing it. She'll probably end the year a 10-star. Okay? This is strategic planning. That's how all of us need to attack our businesses. Instead of playing catch up, we're ahead of the game at all times. So think about that and just write your list down of 30 people that you want on your team. Oh, okay. Okay, 1 sec. Oh my God, the Stanley Steamer guy needs me. That's horrible. So 30 people that you want on your team and just start building relationships. Nothing about beach party. Obviously, you could lead into that. That's great. But that in January, when we start hosting these big, open houses, coach expos, sneak peeks, business opportunity calls, those people, number one, guess what? All of them want to get in shape. And number 2, are already trusting you to think about maybe this could be the start of something amazing in January in terms of the business. So expect that which can be expected and jump ahead instead of playing catch up. And then number 3 is big for me. It's going to be big for Becky because it happened to me too, and it's actually just happened to me now after hitting the Millionaire Club, is be forward thinking. So many times we get caught, right? We hit a goal, a financial goal or a rank goal, and we stop being forward thinking. We get comfortable. While you're in the process of achieving these things, you need to be always asking yourself the question, what's next? What's next? What am I going to do next? These are the times that you have to start readjusting your why. You have to start setting new and exciting goals. And it doesn't have to be a rank goal or an income goal. It could be anything. You have to always keep yourself on your toes when it comes to goals. What that does is keeps you recruiting. It keeps you in phase 1. It keeps you in the right frame of mind. What's next? What are your next goals in the business? What am I going to achieve next? If you're always thinking that, you're always going to be achieving. Think about that. If you're always thinking what's next, you're always going to be achieving. Whether you hit it or not, you're still going to be doing the activities to get you there. Okay? So that's what I wanted to talk about today. I hope that was helpful to you guys. I have to go talk to Stanley Steamer guy. Can I be right back? And
sure.
You guys Okay, I'll be right back. Hold on.
Well, I think you'll all agree that those are great, great tips. Do you guys have any questions? I mean, one of the things that, the vital behaviors, I mean, let's just talk about that. If you understand, like Kristina said, about the ebbs and flows of this business, you're going to be able to strategically plan. And I know Evelisa's been doing this. If you know that September, October, November are hard months, that means that during the summer, you're going to up your game. You're going to talk to more people. You're going to plant the seeds so that when they do flourish, when it's time to sow, you're doing it in the months when the drought hits. You can't enter a slow time of the month and expect that you're just going to come in, pop in, and be like, I'm just going to turn this around. No, because the work starts months ahead. And this happened to me last year. Was it last year or the year before? It was 2013. I was so caught up in the summer with my retirement, with Summit, and so many things going on, so many life changes that I was getting ready for, that when I took my eye off the ball. And then when September and October hit, I was sucking wind. And it was my own fault because I took my eye off the ball during the summer. So I did not set myself up for a successful fall because I was eating shit during the summer. That's why it's so important what she said, that you got to understand, you got to look at the trends here. We all know that this is the hardest time of the year. So if you prepare during the summer, you're going to be fine during these times of the month. But the work starts in the summer. Now you got to continue, because now you're going to plant the seeds for January. Now is the time to start looking forward to the new year and setting yourself up with a solid foundation. So there's always work that has to happen months in advance. And that's some of the things that you need to start thinking about, strategic planning for your business. If you're not thinking about that, that's a problem. Then you're being reactionary, and that is not the way that you build a business. I mean, the CEO of whatever company doesn't run their companies like that. Carl Deichler doesn't run Beachbody like that. He's not reacting to problems. He knows way in advance where the problem areas are during the year, and that's why they have team cups in these months to spark activity, to get people re-engaged. It's not by accident. So if you continue to run your business by accident, you're not going to succeed to the level that you're looking for.
Right. So, I was at Summit. I rode to the super workout with Autumn, and she said that Carl Deichler has a little piece of paper like this, where he has his 3-year plan, 5-year plan, and 10-year plan for fitness programs. And he keeps it with him all the time, jotting down notes. Like, that's forward thinking. That's forward. He's always asking, what's next? While they're launching the biggest think about the 21 Day Fix, guys. And just from a business perspective, while they were launching the 21 Day Fix, the biggest program we've ever had in the history of this company, what was already in his mind?
Hammer and chisel.
Hammer and chisel, size, PIO, extreme. PIO was already probably in production. When they were launching they didn't stop and say, I just conquered the universe of health and fitness. No, they were always thinking, what's next? So you have to be like that too as a business owner. Carl Deichler is really an amazing person to get ideas from and get inspiration from as a business owner, because he's not a coach. He's what helps us be coaches, but the way that he runs Beachbody and how revolutionary he is, seek him out for inspiration, because it's pretty cool.
All right, let's open it up. Thank you so much, Chris. That was amazing. Do you guys have any specific questions? I muted everybody, so raise your hand. And okay, Jeanette, go ahead.
So here I am pushing elite, where I need my team to be the most productive it's been pretty much all year. And I knew about the discount coaches, and I'm already preparing for some discount coaches to drop. But how do I get my team now to really pump it up more than they are for these elite points for me and for these new rank advancements?
Well, pass this message. Go, yeah.
One thing I want to say is it's not for you. That's number one. Change your perception from me to we. If you go in there telling them, we're an elite team. We're doing this together. And that's what I've been telling all these little small groups of leaders that I've been doing these elite calls with. It's talk to your team. And it's not just like I did with you guys. Guys, the 15-star, yes, I get the recognition, but at the end of the day, you guys did the work. You guys are a superstar team. Mm-hmm. So if you make it about them and helping them and remove you out of the equation, because then they're going to perceive it as being selfish. Like, you're just using me to get to this goal. And that's a fine line that we all have to teeter on. But you got to stop saying it that it's for me and start saying that it's we. We are an elite team. We're doing this together to be recognized. When we stand up there on stage, or when I'm up there on stage, it's recognition for our team.
And Jeanette, I'll add, pass this message.
I'm having a call tonight, so.
And if you want me to help or do whatever, I will help. I just like Becky, I've been jumping on these small team calls like this to pass this message, because it's important that people stay focused. It's not impossible to be successful in the last 3 months of the year. It is very possible. You just have to put the legwork in, and obviously, Jeanette, you have to keep recruiting.
Yeah.
Keep keeping your. I know, again, it's the hard time of the year, but you can do it. You're a leader. You know how to.
No, I'm doing a sneak peek. My sneak peek started today with 60 people, so that's.
There you go.
That's awesome.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Keep pushing. Just push a little harder.
Yeah. Anybody else? Let me look.
I started in these months, so I mean, for me, I know. I mean, I was successful. I started in the end of July, so I had no problem. So.
Tell them that story.
Yeah.
And I love the self-motivation, because honestly, I can tell you that, well, and I say this jokingly sometimes, but I think it's true. I wish I could bottle my motivation and everything with fitness, because when I'm on it, like, I'm very extreme. I am. That's my personality. I'm all in or all out. Either I love it or I hate it. There's no middle ground with me. So if I could just, bottle that and share it. But one thing that's lighting my fire is the personal development. And honestly, I know I keep talking about it, but I've never felt like this about it before. And I don't like to read, but it's those videos. And I listen to the same ones over and over again. I listen to Les Brown, and I take away different things every single time. It's making me see success differently. It makes me look at myself differently. And one thing I said on Shane Fire's call the other day, if you guys want to succeed and be a 2-star, 3-star, 5-star, 10-star, 15-star, you're not that person right now. Personal development is going to help you grow into the leader that you need to be to make it happen. Without personal growth and investing in yourself and your mind, you're not going to get there. So stop trying to go around it. If you just invest time in yourself, and then that will add the self-motivation, because you're going to have a clear vision for your life. You're going to have clear goals. You're going to know what you need to do, and your mind and the universe is going to push you to do it. So up the game with the personal development. Start your day with a 5-minute video that will light your soul on fire for those 5 minutes and get your day moving in a positive light. I'm not telling you to invest an hour a day. So for some people, that's unrealistic. But these short videos, when I sit down and I listen to them and I just let them keep playing, it just gives me this, like, I get goosebumps and I feel like, okay, I'm ready to go. I'm so motivated right now that I am actually waking up. I went to sleep last night. I couldn't go to sleep because I was so pumped up about my business opportunity call that I went to sleep at 11 o'clock. I woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning without an alarm. Like, that's the hustle. The hustle is waking me up every single day. And that's what you need to have. And that is because I have clear goals, clear vision, and I want to empower you guys to succeed. Anybody else? I'm fired up now. I wish I would have done my workout after this because I was sucking wind this morning. I'm tired. My body is beat down. Anybody else? Questions? Comments? So right now is the time to set your intention. Set your intention. You're either, I love the thing with the groups because yes, last year at this time, I was doing the maintenance groups. Because what launched last year in December? Oh, Insanity Max. That's not my thing. So I was not too like whatever about it. The maintenance groups worked really, really well. And all my posts, I have them saved from last year. we're all about, let's do this together. Let's help each other stay on track. You know, and the meal plans, and I'll give you a meal plan. And it got me through the holidays really, really on a high note and set me up for January. So look at your personality and see which of those two groups would work best. Obviously now I'm in the no excuses line of work. I don't even want to hear it. You don't want to do it, then don't sign up. That's my personality. So that's what I want. I want people who are like me, who are balls to the wall and gonna make it happen no matter what. Patricia?
Right.
Yeah.
So there's nothing wrong with doing both, right?
No.
Okay. Because I kind of see myself doing both. I can't wait for hammer and chisel, but then I have this other audience that I know is going to be looking to me to just maintain.
Yeah, no, I probably will do both, because I still have people that are beginners looking for my help. So that would still apply. I would probably continue running 21-day fix or 21-day support groups, and then I'm calling it my get results group. One of the things that I did implement, which I'm hopeful what is that feedback? That I'm hopeful will work, is I'm having the challengers read or listen to The Power of Self-Discipline. And that book is amazing. It's free on YouTube. Elaine found it. And I love it because it applies to everything. It applies to business, to your fitness, to your relationships, to everything. You either set goals or you don't. You either wake up motivated or you're not going to make it happen. But it all starts with a mindset. So making it, and my intent with that is hoping that they'll read the book and it'll change their mentality that you got to show up every day, that fitness it's a long process. It's not something that's going to happen in 21 days. You know, it's something that is a lifelong process, and developing self-discipline will benefit them in every area of their life. Yeah. Evelise, you're on mute.
Okay. I think it's quality over quality over quantity with the groups and the people that you're forming. And I like what Jamie's doing. Like, she kind of just focuses on the people that she really wants to attract. Mm-hmm. And when you really form them and you show them that you're caring about them, I know it makes a difference. Right now, I'm on day 23 of the push goal with all my challengers. I got 3 challenge groups, and I have them all do the push goal. And you can see those people that were struggling in the beginning, even with the fitness, how they're on top of it right now. Because one of their push goals is to lose their weight, get in shape, whatever it is. But they're there because I'm doing these assignments with them every single day, and it's made a difference for them. So if you implement that, if you just don't do nutrition, don't do fitness, do more than that. And that's what's going to set you up, you know, the difference between you and another coach.
I definitely think that doing the personal development angle with your challengers is going to set them up. For the ones that are serious, it's going to set them up for better results, long-term results. Not only that, but they're already stepping into the coaching arena with wanting more out of life. And that is only a win-win-win all over the place.
Absolutely.
So So my goal now is to meet Les Brown. I want to meet Les Brown.
I saw Sagi's picture with him yesterday.
I know, he works with him. I'm pulling whatever strings I can to get myself on wherever, to meet whoever I need to and make things happen. So I think that's it. Chris, do you have any final thoughts, takeaways, anything?
No.
All right, guys. So please,
wait.
Yeah.
It's all, since we're all here, tomorrow's a big day. 15-star diamond. So everybody, yay.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for all your cooperation and belief in this. I really appreciate it. I'm so happy. Like, I wish I could fast forward through today.
That was the longest 6 weeks ever.
Really, for me, it went super fast. It was really easy. This week, it's just been like, oh my God.
I keep checking I'm like, when is it done? You know, like, I don't know. It felt forever for me.
So just make sure you give us a quick scan to your drill down this morning and again this evening. And I'm going to run the report and take a look at everything. But it's been set since Sunday. So we're good to go. I know. Thank you so much. I mean, you know, it's a blessing. And that's what happens when your soul is on fire. You set goals and then you make it happen. Like Les Brown says, you can't fit a big goal into a small life. So
Becky, you would have been a 15-star already if you had me as one of your diamonds.
Oh, snap.
for some reason that wasn't meant to be. I'm not sure. I haven't figured that out yet.
But I'm here. I'm here.
Yes, you're here. And you and Yadi, I consider you guys friends.
you.
So
Thank you,
wanna
Becky.
see
Thank
guys
you.
So much.
Let's do a quick picture.
You're an amazing leader. Thank you so much. Thank you,
Did
Kristina.
you guys see this in the back?
Oh, I love that.
Yes, give thanks.
It's gonna go up like for after Halloween for Thanksgiving, but I have it there so it could remind me every day.
That's cute. I love that.
And just so you know, I know you mentioned Les Brown. I believe Les Brown, Tony Robbins, and I don't remember the other speaker. They're doing a tour. One of my teammates went to see them yesterday, and it was free.
No way.
Wow.
It was amazing, and I believe they mentioned there's a tour. So I will find out with her.
We need the info.
Today. So once they come to Florida, you know, we're definitely going.
Or New Jersey, let me know.
Yeah,
okay.
I love him. His stories are just amazing. And just the fact he's from Miami, you know, and his voice makes me just like, he's amazing. All right, let's do a picture. Amazing call. Another great one. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. All right, got it. All right, guys.
Let it go.
Have a great day, ladies.
Have a good one. Bye, guys. Have a great day.